As a joint initiative between the Membership and Social Communications Committee, I'd like to welcome you to our first ever Member Spotlight for the Chicago chapter of IFMA. My name is Drew Bishop, and for this very special first Member Spotlight, we're going to go straight to the top and interview our fearless leader, President of the Chicago chapter, Linda Murdix. Linda, thank you so much for making time for us today.
Thanks for having me.
I know how much you have on the plate at the moment, so why don't we dive into some questions if you're ready?
Sounds good.
Okay, good. Let's start real basic. What is your day job? Tell us about what you do.
Sure. So thanks, Drew. So I'm the Global Director of Facilities for R.J. O'Brien, a futures brokerage trading company, and it can be very challenging with the time difference. I oversee facilities and real estate for offices in Hong Kong, which is 13 hours ahead, and Dubai is 10 hours ahead, and Paris is 7 hours, and London is 6 hours ahead. So it's not unusual for me to have a 5 a.m. call with Dubai, and my day can go well into the evening if I need to speak to Hong Kong. So
Sure.
Before COVID, I traveled a lot, and I went to all of my international offices except for Hong Kong and Canada. My day can go from a power outage to approving invoices, to reviewing contracts and real estate leases. Every day is different. And during COVID, I need to manage our offices while working from home while my teams are in the office. And now I have to approve entry for employees to come in the office. You can't just come in because of COVID.
Sure.
They have to fill out an attestation from HR and have approval from me to come into the office. And they must adhere to strict guidelines to be allowed that entrance. I'm also on the crisis management team and COVID task force with our guidelines and everything that we had to implement, including signage and social distancing protocols and ordering PPE. We even hired a full-time cleaner. So my job has taken on a whole new meaning.
Yeah, and obviously it sounds like with the time differences and everything going on, you have very long days as well. So thanks again for putting some time aside.
Yeah.
Is there something that you would say makes your role particularly unique or challenging outside of what you just told me?
Sure, absolutely. Yes, no 2 days are ever alike being a facilities manager. It's like that famous saying from the movie Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Every day is indeed very different.
Sure.
We provide customer service to both internal and external customers. Our space needs to have the proper HVAC, lighting, and amenities. And currently during the pandemic, if someone loses a key card and they need to come in the office, we still have to support that remotely. If there is a confirmed case of COVID, that's really challenging because we need to shut down an office, order a deep clean, inform all the employees while maintaining anonymity for that specific employee. We also have to inform building management. And then we have to notify anyone who came in close contact with that individual because that person will also need to self-isolate for 14 days and get tested if they don't feel well. So COVID has taken on a whole new world and a whole new role. Also, I would say as a facility manager, you are the first one contacted for any emergency.
First line of defense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to remain calm in a crisis. September 11th comes to mind, anthrax scares, bomb threats, and now the pandemic, not to mention medical emergencies. When I managed a law firm in Sears Tower, I had a woman going to labor.
Oh, no.
Luckily, she didn't have the baby at the office, but let's just say they now have a wheelchair, so we don't have to get someone down off the 100th floor. So very challenging indeed. We also have to run the emergency response team, be the company floor warden for any evacuation, and know how to operate an AED. So hopefully I never have to use an AED, but we have to have the skills.
Yeah, well, like you said, no 2 days are ever alike.
No, never.
So to ask briefly about IFMA itself, who introduced you to IFMA or what brought you to IFMA?
So when I was working at the law firm, I joined about 12 years ago, and my manager encouraged me to join. I wanted to network with other facility managers and learn more about the field that I fell into as I got promoted from within. I was like an administrative assistant and got promoted up the chains by working for the facility director. So, and then it was encouraged for me to get my CFM, my Certified Facility Manager designation, which has opened many doors in my career.
Great. Do you happen to remember your first meeting?
I do. I didn't know anyone. Back then, you had to walk up to others and introduce yourself. Now, when we are able to host in-person luncheons and events, we have a committee member to make sure that you are introduced to other members, and they make sure that you sit next to someone so you're not by yourself or feel out of place. We call it the buddy system, and I wish we had that when I joined. I'm so glad that we have that now, and I've met so many new members that way.
I agree. Do you have a favorite kind of Chicago chapter event?
Yes, I would say my in-person events are absolutely my favorite. We always have a fun holiday party, Oktoberfest, and lunch and learn meetings on a vast array of topics. It gives me a chance to network and see friends, meet new members, and have fun. I also like that we raise money at all these events and give them back to charity.
Absolutely. Very important for the chapter. And one of the questions I had was whether you currently volunteer for the Chicago chapter, but as chapter president, you're probably our most important volunteer. Yeah, I can ask, what do you enjoy about volunteering for the chapter?
Well, I kind of fell into even being on a committee. I was asked by Jerry DeCola to be on the Career Services Committee. And then the more you get involved, I was asked to be the vice chair and then the chair and then eventually on the executive board. So I've really enjoyed paying it forward, especially being on the Career Services Mentorship Program. I have personally mentored many individuals, from helping them with their resumes to getting their credentials and giving interview advice and guidance, and basically how to get ahead in their profession.
Wow.
I've also enjoyed planning many networking events, whether virtual or in person, and getting to see all of our colleagues together and networking.
Yeah, that mentorship has to be really important to you.
It is. It feels really wonderful to pay it forward, because I had an absolutely wonderful mentor when I was at the law firm. I was his daughter's age, and he took me under his wing.
Oh.
And he believed in me and promoted me until I got to where I am today.
Sure, that's pretty special.
Yeah.
Well, to learn a little bit more about you, the person, have you taken on any new hobbies or projects or anything at home during the pandemic?
Yes, Kevin and I bought our dream home, and we're doing a little bit of remodeling. We're adding shelving around our fireplace, so that's pretty exciting. And then we decided to also adopt a puppy in February, so we're pretty excited about picking up that puppy.
Absolutely. Would you say, well, let me ask, what have you learned the most during 2020? Obviously, there's a lot that has changed and a lot has happened this year. Well, what would you say you've learned the most?
That's a great question. What I've learned is to slow down in 2020 and enjoy the simple things in life, to enjoy my time at home with Kevin, to read more. I enjoy making home cooked meals. We go for walks, and I enjoy spending more time with my parents.
Sure.
I enjoy spending time with myself, enjoying my own company. I planted a vegetable garden and I tended to the flowers in our new home. Before COVID, I was always on the go. There was one year where I traveled every single month, sometimes more than once a month.
Wow.
Traveling, working long hours, going to work events and socializing with friends. I was always tired. I was sick and tired of being tired. And trying to fit in housework and grocery shopping and laundry. There was just never enough hours in that day. So I really enjoy not being tired. I've learned to enjoy each moment and to truly appreciate all the beautiful things that this world has to offer. It's also very nice to multitask from home, throw in some laundry or start dinner, so when Kevin gets home, we can eat.
Sure.
I've also, instead of traveling or texting, I've had numerous Zoom or Teams calls, or become proficient with FaceTime, and there's even an app I learned about called House Party.
Oh yeah, I know House Party too.
I talk with my girlfriends every Friday night. So we spend more virtual time together, and I've also done the same with keeping in contact with my daughter Jennifer, since I can't see her over the holidays due to COVID. So just really enjoying our home, slowing down, and just enjoying the little things in life.
Absolutely. It's important and really makes you realize what's important when that's what you have to work with.
Yes.
So looking forward, is there something for your role or for the facility management industry as a whole that you're looking forward to in 2021?
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to the new hybrid work model. I'm sure it will be consist of flexibility of working from home and working in the office and also traveling. So we moved to be closer to our parents in the airport and just really looking forward to the new way. Now that we know we could work from home, we were never able to do that prior in my job because it's so hands-on. But we have proven that we can work from home and manage from afar.
And have a lot of those remote plans already come into shape? Are things still up in the air somewhat? Obviously, I'm sure you've been working on it for a long time now, but how firm are those plans?
Well, we're still working on it. With the vaccine coming out, we can't mandate it. So we have to figure out if perhaps 60% of the office gets vaccinated and 40% doesn't. How do we handle that? We're not saying we want to make people continue to work from home because they may have religious or other beliefs where they don't want to get a vaccine. So it's going to be very interesting how we play this out. Our crisis management team meets 2 to 3 times a week, and we have HR and our legal team on there, and we all collaborate and are trying to figure out what the new normal will be moving forward.
Absolutely. Well, if anyone's up to the task, Linda, it's you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Joe.
Thanks again for making time for us. So we're going to look to put this up on our brand new YouTube channel. We're going to try and do this frequently with some other board members and then hopefully regular members as well to allow us to learn more about the people that make up the Chicago chapter of IFMA. So Linda, thank you again, and we'll look forward to seeing you virtually here soon.
Sounds great. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Linda.